Welcome back, boys, to another episode of Iron and Octane. You know what's going on. We got the welding mask on, we got the cubbies. It's time to get to work on this engine bay. So like I said previously, I thought it'd be a cool little project to stitch weld my chassis while I have nothing better to do. So I'm not going to do the whole car, just the engine bay. We're going to get started on the passenger side of the strut towers and just see what it's like. I'm not 100% sure if this is going to work out without gas or not, but I thought the only way to find out is to test it. So that's what we're going to do today, so stick around, enjoy the progress, and if this doesn't work, you'll never be seeing this video. So just quickly wire wheeled everything around, and it looks, this is without gas. I've never stitch welded before, so I'm not really sure how it's supposed to look. I can see it burned through the sheet metal a little bit. I'm going to see what I can do along here. If I don't like how it's turning out, I'll just stop and buff it all down, try it again with gas, but I think I can make it work. We'll see in the next clip. So I apologize for the late update. I've just been trying to figure everything out. Because like I said, I am fairly new to this whole stitch welding thing and welding in general. This is my first welder, so we're going to make the best of it. But the first section I painted over top of it just to see what it would look like with one complete color over it. And then I also, around the strut tower, it's bare metal right now, but everything's measured out, 1 inch gap in between, so this is what we've got so far, and I'm kind of digging it. You know, I'm about to start this, so I'll show the full process on that. All I did was wire wheel it, and it looks like I'm going to have to hammer it down a bit because there is some gap, but yeah, it's basically wire wheel it, clean it, mark it off with measuring tape, and then start welding. But I'm just slightly adjusting my welder a bit to make sure that it's good to go. But like I said, it's a bit of a struggle. I've never done this before, but I'm kind of digging how it's turning out. I don't expect it to be perfect like if it was a professional weld or even if I had gas, but it's just something for me to do and something for me to practice on. So that's what we're doing right now. So I'll get started on this piece and I'll show you guys the process on that. So I do apologize because this video will kind of be all over the place. I didn't actually plan to do this right here, right now. So I'm just trying to do random spots wherever I can, and I'll get to it. This won't be a one-day video. This will kind of be when I have time for it. I'm gonna jump on it and just start welding stuff. I finished up this little piece right here, and I'm moving on to this. So I'll get a few there and maybe a couple around this piece. But I think after that, I'm going to call it a day on this. I'll update the video when I'm back in the garage and ready to spot weld some more stuff. I've still got the other side of the strut tower left and just pieces all around. I'll start doing the other side. There's the tubs, which I'm not 100% sure on yet, whether or not I'll be cutting them or leaving them. And yeah, I'll kind of just keep you guys posted as we're going. It's going to be kind of a slower, longer process video, and I'm not going to show everything because I know it is boring just sitting there watching me weld. We'll get it done, boys. I think once it's all done and painted, I think it'll look really good. Like I said, my welds aren't the best, but they'll do, and I'm happy with how it's turning out. So this is something new, and that's the whole point of this car, is to just learn how to do shit as we go along. I'll catch you guys in the next section of this video. Alright boys, welcome back to day 2 of the engine bay stitch weld project. I realized that some of the footage I was filming the other day was actually pretty useless because I kept getting my head in the way. So I got the tripod this time and I'm going to set it up and hopefully show you guys some better angles of everything. And we're just going to pick up where we left off. And unfortunately this whole project isn't going to happen in just one video. So I'll show you guys the process of me stitch welding everything. There's pieces missing that I want to still do but won't have the time in this video. And it'll be a little bit. So tubbing the wheel wells, I want to cut these out and throw tubs in it to add extra clearance and just room for the wheels in general. Obviously a repaint and a full cleanup of the engine bay. It is a little bit dirty right now, so that's the plan later on, but for now we're going to stick with the stitch welding, try and get pretty much all of it done today, and then it'll be ready for the next stages, I guess you could say, of the engine bay build. So let's get to it. So as you guys can see, we've got the whole strut tower done, the plates running along it, as well as just the seams along the whole front end. Now I know there's a lot more that can be done, like the seams running down the frames, the seam across the back, and possibly the seams going down. Now these are all things that I want to get done on the car, but unfortunately with time and just not having the fender well tubs here, I'm just going to stop where I am today and maybe continue this video with another video later on and yeah, actually finish up the engine bay, because what's left will be the bottom seams along the frames, like I said, tubbing the wells, and then probably getting it ready for paint. I don't know when I'll actually be able to paint it, but as long as it's ready and prepped up, then we should be good to go with getting it shaved and painted before we throw the motor in it. But as far as the engine bay goes today, I think we're going to cut it there. And I'll catch up with you guys in the next video, and hopefully we will be able to make some more progress on this. So stick around, enjoy the videos, and enjoy the build progress. I'll see you guys later. So everything pretty much matches up. It's really hard to show on camera, unfortunately.